All right, I'm going to start off with some reflections from last week, what the market's been showing me, and how that's leading into my decision making this week. Basically, we're clearly in a pullback, and it's the tech sector that's been correcting the most. And we've talked about the fact that there's a shift towards commodities. But where are we going from here into this week? Let's look at some of the news. JP Morgan raises U.S. economic growth estimate, no longer expects a 2023 recession. The bank is no longer forecasting a U.S. recession this year and has raised its economic growth estimate as the economy expands at a healthy pace. In addition to that, Bank of America followed up right after JP Morgan, and they said that they're no longer forecasting a 2024 recession, and they've got an increased economic outlook for 2024. Now, what reasons have both of these banks given for this positive, cheery, upside view? Well, the first is they're saying that we had that quick resolution to the debt ceiling, and so that was a threat to 2023, and it's behind us. Number two, they're saying the fact that the regulators guaranteed all the bank deposits throughout the United States took that threat out of the market, and that we can begin to be more bullish. And then number three, one that you guys have heard me talk about, which I've said early on this year could be a recession killer, and that's the opportunity that revolves around AI. I'm going to lead in some other AI plays and some other big tech stocks in a minute, but what they're saying is that AI has come to the rescue. However, there are still some drawbacks. I always want us to keep a balanced view. The two big threats ahead of us that would change that positive and cheery outlook is the fact that we do have tightening bank credit still to be concerned about, and we haven't seen all of that impact the economy, and the fact that the Fed, if inflation remains sticky, can clearly continue to raise rates and take us all the way up to the Fed's funds rate of 6%. That has not been priced into things because we do not know how that's going to turn out. And so that brings us back to where I left off in my Friday video, that I still see that we're going to have 2 months of mostly sideways moving action. We're going to come down. We're going to get a reasonable correction on all of big tech, and it's going to have a different percentage based on which company we're talking about. We're going to see one thing from Apple and Nvidia and something else from Tesla. I'm going to dive into that in a minute. But here's what you guys need to be aware of. The very minute that we test the bottom of that range, we're going to see big buying come up at that place to push us all the way back to the top of the range going into September, and that's what we're going to keep our eye out for. And it's very possible when we get to the top of the range, we may see a slow bleed off till earnings to kind of confirm things. In the end, we're largely going to end up sideways to where we are kind of right around now. I'm going to break it down for you guys some more. I'm going to go into some charts. I think you guys are going to be fascinated by the story that the charts tell. This is the Stocks with Josh show. Thank you guys for hitting the like. If you're new to the page, thank you for joining. If you want to get daily stock and crypto insights and charts and price predictions on some of your most popular and favorite stocks, then hit the subscribe button, because I'm doing that each and every day. Watch out for the scammers. I did have somebody tell me recently in the comment section that they got scammed, because you will get direct messaged by someone with my name and with my picture claiming to be me, trying to tell you that, if you send them some money or some crypto, they'll invest it for you. It's not me. I will never DM you and ask you for money ever. All right, let's take a quick look at the heat map and take a big picture view of what's going on with the S&P 500. We see that largely it's a pretty nice green day today. Tesla's hurting, but Nvidia is firing off, and I'm going to break down why in just a few minutes. We see Tesla's pulled back 2%, Apple is largely flat on the day, and Nvidia up 5%. What is going on there? Well, I'm going to break down Nvidia for you guys. I think it's important that we cover this stock because I really believe that Nvidia is setting up to be an example for potentially Apple and Tesla. So what we saw today in Nvidia, I think we're going to see that in the rest of big tech. They just happen at different times. So let's study the Nvidia example. Let's study the Nvidia chart and see how it might apply to the price action over on Apple and Tesla and some other stocks. At the end of this video, I'm going to briefly comment about Hut 8 Mining Company. They had their earnings this morning. I'm going to briefly comment at the end of the video, so stay tuned all the way till the end. All right, so Nvidia, right? We've got three factors that we need to look at with Nvidia today. One, we just need to keep in mind, earnings is ahead of us. So we've got earnings ahead of us Wednesday, August 23rd. It's roughly about 7 business days away. The stock's been up 200% so far this year, and what that means for earnings is that all of the glory and all of the beat and the upside has been priced into the stock right now, which means these guys have to come in with perfect earnings. Perfect earnings means it's going to be a beat and a rise in expectation, not a meet expectation. So we've got earnings ahead of us, and On that note, we had some big investment firms came out and said, and that's what popped the stock today, we got this news: Nvidia surges because Morgan Stanley affirms the chip maker as their top pick ahead of Q2 earnings. Guys, this has been a theme on this channel that AI is going to be in the front, in the lead. Morgan Stanley came out and said, guys, don't sleep on Nvidia. They're still our #1 pick. The stock had fallen and been capitulating and coming down to support. Now let's just pause and let's look at how this played out, because I made a prediction just last week where Nvidia would hit, where it would reverse to, and where it's going, and it's playing out exactly as I predicted it. I said that we would pull back to $405, that we would bounce, and then we would backtest 440, and we're on the way to doing that. But Morgan Stanley called them the #1 pick, saying two things. There's going to be a huge supply-demand imbalance throughout this year, which simply means that there's high demand and low supply, causing high profits. And they also said that this is going to continue, that people are going to be pushing and spending money on AI-driven technologies right now, 2023. These companies are going to be turning big bucks over to companies like Nvidia to try to get themselves positioned for growth throughout the end of this year and into 2024, and that these guys are still hot. That's what Morgan Stanley said. And so let's just kind of take a look real briefly at the technicals. What other indicators do we have going on? Can we tell what the coming days and weeks are going to look like based on what the charts are telling us? I think so. A couple important things for you guys to see. First of all we got on Nvidia is a 10% pullback. Now, why is that important? Because in a recent video, I told you guys that on this pullback, we're going to be looking for the best performing stocks that are performing the best out of all the companies. So let's just consider that right now, Nvidia only pulled back 10%, and it's now skyrocketed forward. Where's Apple? Where's Tesla? How are they doing? Well, Apple is another big winner. It's one of Wall Street's favorite, but it currently has pulled back 11%, and it's yet to pop. I'm going to give you my opinion on Apple here in just a few minutes. But Nvidia is proving to be, in 2023, just like Morgan Stanley said, a best-in-class asset. So one, I want to point out that today we got a massive bullish engulfing candle. I've talked about engulfing candles before. It's where the opening and the close price is lower and higher than the previous candle. It just means that the bullish narrative has completely engulfed the bearish narrative, that it's changed the direction of the stock, and we can now expect a bullish move up from here. But the second thing I want you guys to be keeping your eye on when you're looking at Nvidia is that we've got this long upward support trend line, and I think that we're going to see it touch it again. I'm going to give you guys a new trade range for Nvidia, but I would expect that we are going to come back and we are going to touch this line again in the coming days, because largely my prediction is that we are going to be moving sideways. We are inevitably going to touch this line, and when we do, I believe it's going to be another buy opportunity for Nvidia. So keep your eyes out for that. We have yet to move sideways enough to touch this line to propel us higher. Now, we want to be sober-minded about Nvidia, so let's go over and look at the RSI. I want to point some things out to you guys. First of all, we see that when Nvidia was dropping over on the RSI, it found support at 36. But currently, even with this amazing move up, we're still beneath the 50% mark, which means that currently Nvidia is still in bear territory. We've got to push above the 50% mark on the RSI to get back into bull territory. Now, if we get back above that, we back test 50% and we close on the daily and the weekly chart, then we know that the trend is going to continue higher. So we're looking for that additional confirmation with the RSI. And once we get that, I'm going to call the new trade range. It's going to be on the low end from $418 to $448. That's where I'm expecting we're going to be operating in the next couple weeks once we get that confirmation on the RSI. So let me just give you guys my conclusion, the third factor that I want us to focus on regarding Nvidia, which is a reminder of what the CEO of Nvidia said. He said that AI has absolutely reached an inflection point of value in the world. And that is going to take us to my final conclusion point regarding Nvidia today, and that's that smart money is going to continue to invest in the winners. And right now, Nvidia, based on the chart, based on the turnaround, and based on this momentum going to earnings, the market's giving Nvidia the benefit of the doubt, and the smart money is going to continue to put their money right there. Keep it on your watch list. It's going to be a winner moving forward. All right, I'm going to get into Apple, Tesla, and that Hut 8 prediction in just a minute. Guys, if you need better trade tools, check out the offer for the MooMoo investment app. Currently in the United States, they're offering up to 16 free stock as well as a $50 cash bonus for each of those 16 stock that they're offering. You can spin a dial and you can potentially win a stock valued up to $2,000. But I love MooMoo because I use it for their stock screener, their earnings calendar, and the community that I host on the app called Stock Josh Fam. It's available in the US, Australia, and now Canada, and the offer for each is going to be different. It's a limited time offer, so click on the link in the top pinned comment to get all of the details so you can get your free cash, get your free stock, start investing, join my chat group, and we can keep making some money. All right, I want to make some comments here about the Apple stock. Guys, you know that Apple and Tesla and Nvidia have been my biggest trades. Now, something interesting is happening in the Apple chart. We got a nice little bounce with Nvidia's news today. The market kind of rewarded Apple and we got a little bounce. But here's what's important, guys. I'm giving you the roadmap. What do I look at when I'm looking at the momentum to the upside? I'm looking at buying volume, and the buying volume, even though the price is going up, the buying volume faked out hard to the downside with over a 40% drop in trade volume, which meant that that's bearish divergence between the price and the volume, which means that this little move up on Apple is not the move that's going to take us to the top of the range. And so we're still going to be looking for that range, and I defined it for you guys recently as a break beneath this descending channel, a fake out to wipe out the stop losses, only for it then to run back up to the top of the trade range. We haven't pulled back enough, even though we got a green day. Don't FOMO on Apple. I think the price is still coming down to us. I'm looking for that 174 to 175 price entry to go long all the way back up to $184 on Apple. Nothing's changed. I think that I got confirmation on that idea today watching the Nvidia stock. One more factor I want you to consider when you're looking at Apple is that right now, Apple's come down 11%. It's come down a little bit more than Nvidia. And I think that the most we're going to see Apple come down is 12%. That'll get us to that 174. Okay, Tesla is entirely a different story. This thing, the price action moves way more wildly. If we go back in time and we look at the last run-up that we had, where we then sold off afterwards, let's take a moment and consider how much it sold off before we went back into a bullish momentum. How much did Tesla stock get punished the last time it ran up from $100 above $200? How much did it pull back before we then ran up from that 153 all the way up to the $300 price range? Well, the last time it pulled back 24.5%. And I think we're in a similar situation with Nvidia and the Apple stock, that right now we've not come down enough with Tesla. We're flirting with that $237 price. Now the $237 price, if we stay above it, we're still in this trend line. But I think Tesla's still showing weakness and wants to have some kind of capitulation and flash down move. Now, I've identified, and this one, I'm going to tell you guys, as far as the certainty of my prediction, it's a little bit less than Apple and Nvidia. I'm not entirely sure where that strike price is going to be because the charts are not terribly clear to me. So this time I'm going to be watching that percentage. That's what motivated me to talk about that percentage. I'm looking for Tesla to come down a similar percentage as last time, around 24.5% move down would put us to around $225. That's what I'm looking for, a flash down there. And if we got that, I think we can then move all the way back up. And ultimately, on some of these stocks that I'm talking with you guys about, I don't know if you're picking up on the trend. Right now, we're still in a series of making lower highs. The peak, I did a video not too long ago where I said the top was not in. And then I said to you guys, that was the top. After Apple failed at $198, $99, that was the top. That's the local top. That's the best that I can see right now before we get out of this correction. So right now on Tesla, I'm only expecting a move back up at this point to around $262 to $264. So I think we're going to flash down 225, back up to 262. And that's largely getting worked out today. So keep your eye on those numbers. Okay, we had one of the miners report today, Hut 8, and it wasn't good. I think it was a really terrible earnings. I know some of you might think differently, but it did not come in as expected. It was a miss across the board. The stock has pulled back, but I've got some good news technicals for you. All this means on these miners right now is an opportunity to buy at the bottom of the range. So if you're bullish on Hut 8, I'm going to give you guys where I think we're going to see the bounces. Now, I'm going to just tell you right now, the bad news is there's still room down. We're not bouncing right here. So let me give you guys the bounce zones. Right now, I want to point out that I had given this as a predicted support level. The price that we came back to today, this was the exact price that I said we would come back to, but it's still not come down enough. And so let's look at some other support lines. We've got a horizontal support line that would bring HUT8 down to $2.50. And you might say, okay, Josh, should I put my buy order in at $2.50? No, because I also want you guys to look at this ascending support, which would largely put us back to $2.25. So here's my prediction for HUT8, and it's a little bit bearish. We're going to continue our way down until we hit that ascending support line at 225, and then we're going to back test that 285. We're going to bounce, we're going to come all the way back up to 285, and that's going to work as a lower high, and that's also going to be a place where it may turn into price rejection. So right now I'm calling a trade setup for HUT8 to be between 225 and 285. We'll keep an eye on it together, see how that prediction plays out, but I think that's the direction it's going to go. But I will remind you guys that if Bitcoin moves up, it'll change everything. It'll change that price action pattern for HUT8. But if Bitcoin continues to move sideways or remain flat, that's what's going to happen with HUT8. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you guys for joining me. As always, I appreciate all the likes. If you guys like this content and these predictions and you want to keep getting them, you got to hit that subscribe button and the YouTube all notification bell to get the next video. After this video posts, I'm going to go over to the MooMoo chat. So if you're not a part of the MooMoo community, click the link in the top pinned comment, get your free stuff, and then come find us over in the MooMoo chat. You do that. Once you get you all set up in the app, there's a conversation bubble in the upper right-hand corner of the app, and it's got 3 dots in it. You click on that, and then there's a row of tabs. One of them is called chat. You can select that, and then you've got a search glass in the upper left-hand side, and you can search Stock Josh Fan. You search that, I should pull up, and we can keep talking over there today as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. Peace and blessings. We'll see you in the next video.